I'm gonna tell y'all what inspired the list, and then we can deep dive into it. All right,
All
y'all
right.
ready? All right, hold on. Let me see if I can expand it. Let's see if I can expand it. Give me a second. I'm gonna set this up. All right. So, what inspired this list? Now that we get back, now that we getting back to the thick of things, what inspired this list is the hip hop media rankings that happen every single year. But one of the
Mm.
things that kind of popped off was Joe Budden, not Joe Budden, Charlamagne and Elliott Wilson. Elliott Wilson, for Quentin, or for those of y'all that don't know inside of the chat, is a hip hop journalist that's been in the game for a long time. He's been in the game for literally decades, right? Elliott Wilson did some of the biggest interviews. He did Drake interviews. He did a bunch of interviews. Um, and Charlemagne and Elliott Wilson kind of got into it, and they was going back and forth based off of the idea. And I'm gonna read the super chat shortly. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Charlemagne and Elliott Wilson. I'm gonna review the Fox News clip tomorrow on the Millionaire Morning Show. They kind of got going back and forth, and it's getting really, really heated because I guess Charlemagne is basically saying that Elliott Wilson don't deserve to be on the power rankings list as far as media influencers, podcasters, and whoever it is that basically is controlling what's happening in the culture, the voices of the culture, and that's on a come up or whatever like that, right? And so I'm not sure how big of a ranking that they coming up with, but they basically came up with a list with Complex, and it started to go into basically the top 25 of people that is significant on the platform, right? And so I want to go over this list, and I want to kind of get y'all thoughts. Do y'all know these people? Do you think these people should be on the list of the top 25 most influential people on the internet, especially YouTube in particular for this particular show? All right. And Slimmy, you can chime in if you know.
Hello?
Can y'all hear me?
Oh, okay. There we go. There we
All
go.
right, so I was frozen for a second.
Yeah, it was going crazy.
All right, my bad. So, anyways, long story short, where did I stop off at?
Now you were saying something to me.
All right, so Slimmy, I want you to chime in and let me know if you recognize any of these people
Okay.
that's on this platform. All right, and Quentin, you can chime in also, but I want to make sure that our sound is back.
Okay.
You
Hold on, I
good?
want to make sure that the chat can hear me
All
and
right.
that the chat can hear y'all. Chat, are we good? All right, we back. All right, so let's go in. Gay P, do y'all know who Gay P is?
I'm not familiar. I don't know him.
So he was
You
featured on the radar. Wasn't on last year's ranking. Got 79,000 followers on YouTube on IG. 840,000 followers on YouTube. Now, what I'm trying to understand is the 840,000 followers on YouTube for him, or is it for the people um that
on
is for on the radar?
on the radar? Yeah.
Yeah. But if on the radar is not his platform, oh, on the radar may be his platform because I didn't seen these freestyles. All right, so if on the radar is his platform, then that makes sense.
Okay. You know, I've seen this. I didn't. Okay. I've seen on the radar. Uh, Big Sean was just on there.
Yeah, he was on there.
Yeah.
Okay, so if this is his platform, then I'm with it. I think that
Yeah.
makes sense. So he number
That's legit.
25. All right, so he number 25.
That's legit.
Um, Most memorable, yeah, Drake and Central Drake freestyles. Concrete Cipher, 41 interview, blah, 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 blah. He went from interning at Power 105.1, launching one of the most powerful new rap media platforms, whatever, blah, blah, blah. All right, so we're gonna go down. We're gonna go down the list. All right.
All right.
Arshan Jawade, I don't know who this person is.
I ain't familiar either. Kids take over. I don't know about that.
How many times a month do people?
I don't know about this, bro.
No, I'm not hip.
But he's number 24 and he got 127,000 people on YouTube.
So his videos must be dope. Because that's nowhere near what the other dude had.
So, all right, Jason Lee. We all know who Jason Lee is,
Yeah.
right? Quinn, do you know who
Hmm.
Jason Lee is? Hollywood Unlocked with Jason Lee.
Oh, I think we've talked about him on here before, but that's the
Yeah,
MC.
he's like, a little sassy or whatever like that, but he have a lot of smoke or whatever. He got 3.6 million followers on Instagram, and then the Hollywood Unlocked platform has 540,000 people on YouTube. Um, Adam 22. I think we all know who Adam 22 is. He got 3.1 million on IG, 4.7 million. But see, when we start to get into this, that's what I'm saying. This is a 2024 hip hop media power ranking.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Van
What is
Lathan.
Jason Lee doing on there?
Van Lathan. Do you think that Van Lathan
He
is
doesn't
big enough?
qualify.
I don't know, but they saying that Van Lathan is number 21.
But I thought he was more like a. I didn't know he was like a hip hop.
So now we starting to get into uncharted territory because is hip hop based off of the cultural norms or is hip hop more or less based off of whoever it is that's a part of the culture, all inclusive is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think this is starting to become all inclusive because
How is
Jason Lee
Van
shouldn't be up there.
how is Van Lathan number 21?
How is Van Lathan even on the list? Like I thought he was like
Correct.
more so like I thought he was more so into like political talks and stuff like that, man, and more so a social justice worker.
If you go to Van Lathan's platform, no disrespect, his higher learning platform only got 50 respectfully, and that's a lot of subscribers, but it's not when you're talking about the top 25 and the culture altogether. He only got 53,000 subscribers.
It's because it's Van Lathan though. It's because it's of who
What
he
does that
is.
mean? If your voice is not resonating, one of the things I look at, for example, because I think that different platforms mean different things to different people. If you go to Amanda Seals, for example, on YouTube, oh Jesus, get that off of me. Um, her stuff is not popping, bro. Like she got 151,000 subscribers, but
I
then
just
if you
want
go to, for example, her last stuff, it's not good content. And that's why she only getting 1,000 views total. Amanda Seals is getting 1,000 views on her whole platform. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, she didn't
But
got
see,
blackballed hard.
when I start to see stuff like this, in my opinion, it's almost like, first of all, who's on this list? That's number one. Why are they making a list? How do they qualify the list?
Yeah.
And if
What's the
these are the
criteria?
people that's on the list, because I heard Joe Budden and them talking about it and stuff like that on their platform, and they were saying that Bag Fuel is coming, and it's other people that's working hard, and they come in, and the people that used to be with Joe Budden, Maul and Rory is coming and stuff like that. And I look at their platforms, they cool, but they not even beating me.
How they on there?
I was looking at that list, and the fact that I had to like Google most of the people, I was like, "Who are these people?"
Wait, I'm not.
They not even beating me, bro. Van Lathan ain't beating me. Uh, who is my other man? First of all, most of these people don't even have their own platforms. They're on some like respectfully, Jason Lee is on the Hollywood Locked platform. You see what I'm saying? Like
Why is he? Why? I'm not in. Why
these
is
people not even
Jason
beating me,
Lee?
bro.
Why is Jason Lee on this list? He doesn't do. He
Why is
doesn't
Van Lathan on the
talk
list?
about hip hop. They don't talk about hip hop. Oh man, this is wild. Yeah, this is weird, man. They don't. Mm-mm. I seen Van Lathan talking about music, but I don't think it was on that same platform that Anton just showed. I saw him on something else. I think he was interviewing Adam 22. No, maybe Adam 22 was interviewing him.
Why is Matt Hoffa not on the list, for example?
No, man, that ain't gonna be on there yet.
Why wouldn't he? Math got like 1 million subscribers. He ran it up last year.
Yeah, but he just it's probably the guess. It's probably more so the guess. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so let's consider. I've had hip hop guests on my platform.
I don't know, man.
Anyways, let me go through some of this more of this list. Trap Lord Ross. I don't know who Trap Lord Ross is, but he got 1 million subscribers. I guess he run a true crime documentaries on YouTube, which got 1 million subscribers. All right,
That makes sense. People are into that shit, bro.
I
Trap Lord?
100% agree with it. I 100% agree with it. I'm with it. I don't hardly disagree with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, anything could be a part of the culture. It don't have to just be talking about rap music just alone per se. Nadeska. Now, Nadeska was from Complex when she was on there with um Joe Budden and Academics.
Oh, academics. Oh, okay. I was like, that
Remember
name
when she
sounds
was doing
familiar.
Complex? They got her at
Yeah.
number 20 because she used to be on Everyday Struggle and she got 98,000 on IG and 63,000 on X. How, bro? How was she number 20? Honest to God.
Wait, who did she interview?
Schoolboy Q and Four Bats.
Oh, that's why Fort Bass is popping. That might
But
have something to
but
do with it.
still, but okay, so but still they not popping on dog. Okay. Let me go through. Sway. Sway is a
Sway,
legend.
that's
I rock with
legit.
Sway.
He kind of low. He kind of low on the list.
Well, he right above Nadeska. He right above Nadeska.
Yeah, that's weird. How's Sway so low?
Angela Yee.
She
No.
don't. She don't work. She don't work at the spot
No.
no more. What's her show now?
Way up on Angela Yee.
Do people check for it?
No. No, dog. Ever since she left the Breakfast Club, it has not been popping, bro. I'm just gonna be honest with you. This just dropped a video 10 hours ago. I got 670 views, bro.
What's going on?
Nobody is checking for Angela Yee's Way Up show, bro. I'm just being like, I hate to be saying this, bro, because I know that I got more of a significant voice and it's meaningful now. But look at the content that they dropping. Have you ever been visited by a spirit? 775 views. What the fuck is that, bro? Look at this shit.
Oh, that did 24.
The full 43-minute show got 376 views. What the fuck are we talking about, bro? Because I know that this is not just YouTube and I know that they got other platforms, but how are these people still a voice? And why is it meaningful? I don't understand, bro.
What the hell?
Big Boy is the
Yeah,
man.
Big
Why
Boy
they make Big
legit.
Boy's head like this?
I don't know, man.
Big
That
Boy
was
goes
wild.
without saying. Angie Martinez, do she still got pulse? Do she like is she still really controlling what's happening in the streets? I don't know. They got her at number
What
15.
is she doing up there?
Bootleg Kev is killing it. He got 395,000 on YouTube.
Yeah, I heard of him.
They got Roy and Maul at 13.
That's just because of their association with Joe.
Man, who the fuck making this list, bro?
They showing love. That's for sure.
Who making
They
this
showing
list?
love. They showing love,
They
man.
got 273,000 on YouTube, which I think Roy and Maul has done a significant job. But would I place him at number 13?
Nah,
No.
man.
And I think that Big Boy is more significant than Roy and Maul right now. Lil Yachty and Mitch. Yachty got a dope platform. Yachty is Yachty. So, Yachty is killing it. He doing his thing. Nori with
Yeah, that
Drink
makes sense. Drink
Champs.
champs.
I got Nori.
He
I
probably
don't
fell
know.
down some. No war. Okay. Okay.
No,
Gilly and Wallow. I think that they
Okay.
probably are too low. I think that they need to be much higher.
I heard of
Okay.
them.
Gillian Wallow need to be way higher than this because they should not be number 9 in my opinion. Anthony Fantano.
Never heard of him.
The
You
needle
said you
drop.
have.
I have not. No.
Well, he got 2.8, almost 3 million subscribers on YouTube. So,
I've
um,
noticed. Maybe I'm just. I watched that Mr. Beast had like the highest like YouTubers have
uh,
like this overnight thing, and he gave somebody $1 million or something.
yeah,
And I was just like, it just broadened my like, who are these people? Because I didn't know who the fuck they were, but they all
it's
have
some big
millions.
people. It's some big
Mhm.
people. I don't see Mace and
Nah, they gotta be on there.
they not. I
Mm-mm.
don't think that
They're
they're.
They
not.
But they
gotta
got
be on there.
Ebro. They got Ebro on here.
What's
Come
the
on, man.
criteria?
I don't know. I don't know. They got Vlad on there. I think Vlad deserves to be on there.
That makes
Obviously,
sense.
this is where they started to get pissed as far as Charlamagne. Because they said Elliott Wilson don't necessarily need to be on there. With 104,000 on IG and 300,000 on X, formerly known as Twitter,
Ah,
and only featuring on other people's podcasts, is not even really having his own platform.
I was about to say,
This
does
is
he?
where it got the real murky.
I
And they
don't know
saying
about that, man.
media in general. So I'm thinking that it's all inclusive. I think that YouTube is the most important platform, but they saying all inclusive as far as media itself.
Hmm. I mean, does he bring any like true information? I thought he just interviewed people.
He's supposed to be a journalist, as far as I'm supposed I'm understand. But I can name people. Forget me. I can name a bunch of people that probably deserve to be on the list. Again, I think that damn, I just said it.
Yeah, Cam and Mason,
Mason
they should
Cam.
definitely
I
be up
think that
there.
Mason Cam. They still got a pulse on the culture. There's no way in the world you can't tell me that Mason Cam shouldn't be on this list.
Yeah, if Adam 22 is on there, oh, they said because it's a sports show.
So what? It's still hip hop related. It's still culturally significant. It's still media related. And they don't just talk
Yeah,
about sports. They talk about more than just sports. The same way that Joe Budden and them don't just talk about music. They talk about popular culture all across the board.
yeah. I mean, Gilbert Arenas should possibly be up there too. No.
It's a
Once we
lot of
start
people
getting
that
into
need to
that,
be
it should
knocked
it
off of
should be
this
a lot of
list.
people that should be up there. Like real talk, they kind of like doing a disservice to a lot of names.
Yeah. So um Charlemagne, they got him at
Charlamagne,
number 4. I don't know how that
that's
shit makes
fair.
sense. I think that
That's
they
fair.
probably should just have no. I think that they should have the Breakfast Club, not Charlemagne,
Oh
by
yeah,
far.
no. Oh yeah, well yeah.
But maybe it's
It,
Charlemagne because he owned that podcast and network where a lot of people are signed to also. So maybe he just like one of the controllers or something. I don't know.
oh okay, I don't
Kai
know about
Sanat,
that.
I think that Kai Sanat,
Yeah.
you can argue he could be 1 through 3 in my opinion.
Then that
And
means
that
Aiden Ross is next.
Kai Sanat is probably could be 1 through 3. Um, Joe
Joe
Budden
Budden.
is number
Okay.
2. I wouldn't
Makes
put
sense.
Joe Budden above Kai Sanat, but that's just me
Mm.
personally.
Aiden Ross is one.
Nope, Academics is 1.
Aiden Ross
What
didn't make the list.
Academics is 1.
what
How
is
did Aiden
Aiden
Ross
Ross
not
do?
make the
I'm not
list?
complaining. Academics had one of the best years
Oh
ever.
yeah. I ain't mad
And
at. I forgot it. Yeah.
any of
I ain't
the,
mad at Act.
I think that Kai Sanat and Academics should absolutely be number 1 and 2. Respect either one. I would probably put Kai Sanat as number 1. I think Joe should be number 3.
Hmm.
I'm not
Hmm.
even sure if you can put Joe above. Art of Dialogue probably should be up there somewhere. It's a lot of platforms that I think that's just doing some awesome shit that should replace a lot of the people that's on these platforms.
Yeah. Damn man, that's crazy. I didn't know like I didn't know Aiden Ross wouldn't make it.
What is Kai Sanat? What does he do exactly? Like I've watched some of his
He's
stuff, but
just
what
a
does he
live
do?
He's a
streamer.
streamer. He's just
He's
a
a
streamer.
streamer. Yep.
Hmm.
He been having Kevin Hart on a lot of his stuff lately.
Yeah,
I
he
saw
just
that.
had people there with him. That dude did them. Bust all them
I
fireworks in
think
his.
it's some reaction people that should be on the list. It's this one guy named he was reacting during the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. I forgot what his name was, but he was killing it, bro. Like all he do
I
is
think I know
review
what you're talking
videos,
about.
review albums, give his thoughts on different beefs, give his thoughts on reaction videos and stuff on things that's happening in the culture. And I think that this list is developed by people that don't even really have a pulse on what's really happening on the internet in general.
I agree. Oh yeah, Shannon Sharp ain't on there. Way to point that out.
I don't know if Shannon Sharp should be on there though.
Yeah, I don't think he talks about like cultural stuff like that. Like,
He
I don't
kind of
think
do
so.
though. If you want to say
No, he
cultural,
does.
he
He
kind of do.
does.
No, not a
He
lot.
had Amanda.
No.
No man, he had Amanda Seals on there. He had
Cat
he
Williams
had
was
Cat
talking
Williams.
crazy,
He
crazy energy,
has
bro.
But
I
like
think
he's
that
not
the
like in
list.
the
uh
I think
trenches with like he's with the big names. Like he's not in the trenches like with the nobodies type of
I'll
thing, like
tell you
the
what. I'll
nitty
tell you what.
gritty.
This is my problem. I think that the law that the list is too it's too narrow as far as trying to class. Hip hop is not just one thing anymore. It kind of take me back to like the 70s and the 80s when hip hop wasn't just rap. It was DJing, it was b-boying, it was graffiti.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? It was breakdancing, it was pop locking, it was breaking records. The DJ was just as important as the rapper itself,
that's
as
a
the
fact.
MC. You know what I'm saying? So when you start to think about what it's become now that we're in a social media era, culture is much bigger than just labeling it hip hop. It's huge, it's massive.
Yeah.
It's absolutely massive. And so when you're talking about media, you also have to include a lot of other people into it.
Hey, you see who Chig Smooth put? I mean, Machine Smooth put Chig Smooth in there.
Who put Chick Smooth in there?
A machine. He
Chick
put Chig
Smooth is
Smooth in there.
Chick Smooth is killing it.
Hey, you remember when he used to he used to
Listen, I think I'm gonna come up with my own list. I think I'm gonna come up with my own list of the best, most relevant media people in the mix right now, bro. And I ain't even gonna centralize it to just hip hop. I think at
Yeah.
some point in a month or two, we should come up with our own list of what's significant as far as what's in our space or what it is that
Woo!
we
I like
watch.
that. I like that.
Um, it's a guy that's Politic TV. I forgot what his name. Um, something UPTV, unapologetic TV. I think he got a pulse on the culture. Um, I just think it's a
No,
lot of people that fell off, and it's a lot of people that's cooking.
yeah, math officer. They did him a disservice, man.
Mav should
Regardless
be
of what
on
I
there.
feel, regardless of what I feel about math as a battle rapper, he is going crazy right now.
Say Cheese
He's
TV.
going
Somebody said
crazy.
Sean Cotton, J
Oh
Ben.
yeah!
Say Cheese need to be in there.
Wow. Yeah.
Earn your leisure is killing it.
Man, if Van
No
Lathan and
Life
Jason
Shack,
Lee
that's
could be
his
on
name.
there.
No Life Shack is the dude that's out there killing it. He was killing it, bro. Y'all
Oh, I
need to
have
go
seen
look
that.
up.
I have seen that name before.
No Life Shack is a beast. And this is how I know that people that make these lists, they don't really know what they're talking about, and I don't think that they got a pulse on what's happening out in the streets.
Yeah, that's crazy. Math Hoffa didn't make the list, man. Like man, he done had so many different people up there, man.
But
Like,
look at this
and
list. Let's go back up for a minute. They got Elliott Wilson, right?
he shouldn't be on there, man.
Historically, he's been great, but I'm not sure if he deserved to be on the list. I don't know if Ebro deserved to be on the
Wait, how
list.
did we skip DJ Vlad? I don't even remember you saying his name.
Vlad, I said
Yeah,
Vlad. I mean, he just
he's on
goes
there.
without
Should
saying.
I don't
He
want that
goes without
motherfucker on
saying.
there, but yeah, he should be up there.
He said, "What, nigga?" That's funny, bro.
Um, I don't even know if Yachty and Mitch should be on there. Rory and
Yeah,
Maul, I
they
don't know.
leapfrogged a lot of people, man.
Bootleg Kev been killing it. Angie Martinez, I don't know about that because a lot of this stuff is historical. Big Boy been killing it for a long time.
Now
I
let me
don't
ask
know.
you something, Anton.
I don't
Should
know if Angela Yee deserved to be on there.
should Carmelo be on there?
I don't know if he. We got to make a
Or
different
does
list.
he not qualify?
What we got to do is we got to do media personalities. I think that media
Yeah.
personalities is more meaningful, and then you probably got to break it out into like relationships. But a lot of these conversations is not just limited to people do more than one thing.
Yeah.
I think we do got to break it out. So for example, we got to break it out into financial in a financial space. I think that earn your leisure will probably lean more into that. But then there's some people that will cross
Woo!
over into
It should
multiple
be
different
on there.
spaces, right? So you got to do the financial space. Who the most relevant in the financial space? You got to do news, maybe relationships. I think you got to start breaking them out and to be a little bit more direct. But just to have one whole list and think that that covers the culture, I think that that's limited. Maybe you can do one where it's people that just focus strictly on interviews. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't know. Like even if you did a sports list, I'm not sure that I would have ESPN at the top.
Hell no. Fuck with ESPN. They hate on Cleveland too much. Fuck them. That's just my
Real
personal
life
opinion.
street stars. I was on that. I did an interview on that platform. They crossed over 1 million this year. You know what I'm saying? They killing it.
Mm.
Yep, it's a lot of people that's doing some great things, man. Shout
Man,
out to
it's
real life street stars down there in Dallas. They good. They good people. You could probably go into conservative versus Democrat, right? Somebody just said it. Candace Owens, black conservative. Um, Officer
mm.
Tatum. You would have to throw Ben Shapiro in there, right? It's a lot of people in a
Oh,
lot of different spaces.
what's his name? Don't have no platform no more though.
85
Andrew
South.
Andrew Tate. Oh yeah, 85 South. Yeah.